understand what's going on there. Harder so if you're like reading what was written of what they said versus hearing someone saying it.
Speaking of hearing someone saying things, this is a stream.
Hi.
Hi.
We're on stream. Yay.
Well, this is a stream. It's happening. Dracula's being talked about.
Yes. Read Dracula. Good podcast. Dracula in order chronologically with voice acting and music and very creepy songs every so often. Like at the end of various arcs, at the end of the end of that particular podcast episode, it's like, oh, we're going to now sing, and you are going to be unnerved. So, like, at the end of the portion where we've the stuff with the ship that Dracula came over to London on, the Demeter, they have a very creepy sea shanty sung by the cast and crew who did the voices for the various crew members. And as it goes through the song, there are fewer and fewer voices as the crew members get killed.
Oh, lovely.
And then afterwards, there's the Dracula voice actor singing a disconnected, obviously meant to be more humorous verse of the sea shanty.
I love that you decide to draw Kermit in such a place that you like draw parts of his face.
Don't worry about it. It's very excited.
He was very excited.
I'm so sorry I had to chase the dog through the house because someone led him into the living room and he got very out of hand.
Oh no!
My parents to handle.
Pup is too excited.
Yes.
Yes.
Poor pup. No worries, as long as all's good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put some chill music. I should have gotten some Pokemon music, but that would also probably get me copyright flagged, so let's not.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Without
Nintendo's a
doubt.
bit much about that. It's funny because I've seen at least a couple of videos that have been flagged for those sorts of things, and some of them is just kind of like, this is just a video of someone who does like, it's essentially a news thing where it's like, hey, here's a little clip of a thing where it's like, coming soon, this thing, and then the people discuss the things that are coming up. So it's like this is free advertisement for you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But ye,
Pokemon.
Pokemons. So yeah, last time we had a little chit chat about Pokemon doing very mundane things and having regional forms that just reflect the job they have.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna doodle things. I mean, we don't have to doodle that. You can doodle whatever you want, but that is a theme. MS. Sorry, I talked over to you. What did you say?
No.
Yes.
I don't know what I said.
Oh, right, okay, that's fair.
So, no, you didn't.
It's Kitwick. I've been trying to think of something for Litwick to do, and I can't think of anything. Other than just turning them into a light bulb.
I mean, street lamps used to have candles in them, so I guess.
Just a Litwick who just another day on the job and just crawls into like a street light.
Oh, that would be very funny, but also very creepy. But yes, Pokemon have gone to trade school, and at trade school they evolved and now have a region variant because they just went to trade school so much.
Yeah, that's basically the problem. Because I think we just started talking about Machop, like the Machamp line, like working at like a fucking words.
Working as a mechanic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just carrying around like big wrenches and stuff. Fixing up cars.
E.
I think we had more examples last time, but I cannot fucking remember them.
There was that. There was also the Grimers and Mucks who were clogging up the engine, but that's not really a job.
No, that's just.
I mean, they might consider it a job.
They might, yeah. It keeps the mechamps in work.
Yeah.
But then there was also Bichef.
Bishop, yes.
Which is a Bisharp but with spatula hands. And Klefki the locksmith, who just has everyone's keys.
Everyone's keys.
I mean, Bishop and Bishop is equally genius or stupid.
I mean, it's Pokemon. So yes.
To both.
Because in every single gen, there will be some where you look at it and go, oh, that's genius, and others where you look at it and go, what?
I think also, like, we talked about the Klefki locksmith wasn't as much a locksmith as just stole your keys.
Yes. They just have everyone's keys.
Oh, that's adorable, actually. You just want shiny.
I mean,
that's their thing.
My understanding is that's sort of what Klefki's thing is anyway. So now it's just being more useful about it, question mark.
Yeah, like, you lose your keys, and now you call your local Klefki. And they show up, and it's all good.
Oh wow, I grew that small, huh?
Well, small. Nintendogs. Are they a little present?
They are in a vampire what's it called? Coat. Cape.
Cape.
Coat
There.
cape.
Stretchy. Dogula. Is there not a mon who evolves with an iron T-bar? Okay, yes, there's Girder.
Yes, Timber, Girder, and Kung
The one of which we do not speak.
Big.
I mean,
Tape
I don't
and the
speak it because I
clouds.
I've never figured out how it's pronounced.
Good. Pronounced Cthulhu
You don't
Fatang.
need to.
Sounds like a garter. Like a garter build.
That would probably be more fun.
A garter build Pokemon, I do want to see that.
Just works in a clothing shop and helps you figure out what you need to have to keep your stuff on.
Floating measuring tape to be friends with Klefki.
Ooh. Oh, just a various, like, yeah, various forms of Klefki, which just have various tools that either they are or they have stolen.
Well, I want to say there was a Pokemon that was some sort of necklace.
Comfy? Something like that. That's like a little like flower band.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
So is this a shared canvas time?
Yes.
Yeah, we're just doodling today.
Comfy.
Ah, yeah, that thing, which I'm still trying to find because it didn't. Okay, so that's why it didn't show up in grass because it's a fairy type.
I think it's also. Is it not also grass?
No, it didn't show up in the grass line.
I thought it was. Maybe it's.
Nope, pure fairy type.
Weird.
Although its Pokedex color is green.
Yeah.
It's a fae, green fairy from the woods type.
Ah. Don't let them take your name or whatever it is.
But they will take your measurements.
Yeah.
A fate is like, can I take your measurements? And then you just suddenly change shape.
Well, what? I took your measurements.
There was one of those going around online of like the sort of trans supportive fae of like, can I take your pronouns?
Oh, that's so cute.
No one can misgender you. I have them now.
Yeah. I've seen like the same thing with like, can I take your name or something like that, or give yourself a new name. I'll take it. Nobody will remember it.
Hey.
I'm taking your dead name.
Just picking up
You can
random
have
names
it.
off the ground, and it's like, this is mine now.
Look
That
at
kind of
this.
thing.
Look at this little friend. They're cute. I like
I
them.
love that it looks like it has a dog snoot.
This Klefki looks like just like mildly annoyed.
This
I mean,
Pokémundane,
listen.
everything looks mildly annoyed.
Klefki had to show up in the middle of the night to help you with your door.
Come on. Nice eye. Nice eye.
And it's very annoyed by that fact.
My dog is annoyed. He has a nice toy and can't play with the knitting equipment. Very long,
Oh,
sharp
no.
knitting equipment.
What a disaster.
I mean, the human plays with it, so it must be fun.
Exactly. Our new cats, they've just been allowed outside, exploring the world at large. And we're like, oh, they're running around and sniffing birds and whatever, doing whatever they do. And then we came in and found out that they weren't actually outside. They were in the toilet, drinking straight from the toilet with like all four of their legs on the sides of it, sort of Mission Impossible style. It's like, that you have the whole outside.
But what if no? Have you considered? What if toilets?
As you told that story, my dog stole my toffee from the table. How many bad things has he done in the last 20 minutes?
Playing up for the stream. The forbidden soup. Yeah, old long boy. Update on the cat. When we got her, she came with the name Ava, but it wasn't a name she really knew because she was named by the people who rescued her. So we've been trying to find a name that she recognizes, or like a sound that she sort of responds to, so that we can find a name that seems to match. And so far, the sound that she seems to respond to is pickle. So she might be called Pickle.
Oh. Yes. Pickle.
Pickle the long boy.
Pickle the long boy.
It's fitting.
No, miss.
Pickle.
I think Pokemon would be fine with me typing in pickle.
Would it though? I mean, it wasn't all right with Fickle for some reason.
It's saying FCK, I assume, but PCK should be fine.
You don't. I won't believe it until I see it.
That's fair. I would not have thought about Fickle until it happened, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Pinteresting Pokemon, and can someone just give me a Pokemon and a job?
That's right. What job would there be, and then we can try and match a Pokemon to it.
I mean, if there was a measuring tape Pokemon, we'd have that sorted.
Measuring.
What if you're trying to do like a Magnemite that's a measuring tape instead of magnets?
Yeah,
That'd
what
be-
the
Oh, actually, a Magnemite might be an actual very useful mon to have around in a seamster's shop.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I've got a magnet around that I use to pick up spare, like, pins and whatnot if I've been pinning things on the floor and I've lost track of things.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. So there
In
you
the
go.
meantime, I've just given Mimikyu a pair of scissors.
That's terrifying.
That might be dangerous.
But to be fair, they'd be helpful for that. They'd be like a sort of seamster's dummy sort of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep dressing up your Mimikyu.
Yeah.
Just pin it with
Or-
needles?
Or, now that I've had the thought, we could use Mimikyu as a pincushion.
Yeah.
Also, probably.
The only regional difference it has is that it's immune to, like, you know, what's like the poison needle and stuff like that.
Also,
Pin needle.
you saying pincushion reminded me of pincushion, which is a Pokemon.
Oh yeah. So there is a.
Also a good pincushion.
Yeah, but not that kind of pincushion. I have a feeling if I tried to stick it with the various pins and needles I was using if I'm making something, it would get very irate with me.
Maybe.
Although, actually, now that I think about it, as far as I can tell, the Mimikyu itself really only exists in the bottom part. Like, the head is probably just full of stuffing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's always like flopping over and such. I think that's one of its abilities, I believe. That like, you
That
break
it's
the
flops.
disguise and like the head flops over.
Floppy friend.
Okay, well, this Mimikyu now has a bunch of pins in it. It is now holding up a pair of scissors for you to use.
It's now cursed.
It's being helpful.
This is not voodoo. This is perfectly reasonable sewing practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a voodoo monster. It's helping. It's a seamstress apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
This is obviously what's going on here.
Yeah.
Can a Magnemite blink?
I hope so.
Probably.
Because in every picture I find, the eye is completely round, open, wide.
I know in the anime and in some of the older, like, Pokemon Stadium, you see them blink, but it's one of those things where it's like, Pokemon is sometimes very inconsistent when it comes to their designs.
What?
Mhm. I know it's news to you, Chris.
Also, if these are supposed to be region variants, if it couldn't blink up elsewhere, we can just say it blinks here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here it blinks. It's fine.
Because the whole thing with region variants is there's like they're sort of the same, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Hisuian Voltorb, which is like the ye old Voltorb, is part grass. 'Cause it's like it's taking the form of the what are those things called that they made out of Pokeballs in Gen 2? Or made Pokeballs out of in Gen 2?
Apricorn?
Apricots?
Apricorn, I think.
Apricorns?
Corn.
Because
An apricot is like an apple.
Straight up apricots.
This is the problem. I always used to mix the two up because of that.
You're right, apricorn.
But yeah, it's a grass electric type because it's looking sort of like apricorns. And I think doesn't one of the newer gens have like a Tauros variant that's now a fighting type that will fuck you up even more than regular Tauros will?
Yes. I don't know if it's. Sorry. Oh.
Like I think it was either a fighting or a dark type, but either way,
Yeah,
it's like, oh, this is now even more Mad Bull.
It is fighting type. You're right. And then it also has like two different forms. One is fighting fire and one is fighting water. Which makes sense, I guess.
Even more reason to not mess around with
Yeah,
Tauros.
don't mess around with towers. If you were planning on it.
I still think though that the funniest explanation now the funniest form definitely goes to what the hell is going on with the Alolan Doug trio and their fabulous hair.
They have fabulous hair.
But the funniest explanation I still think is Alolan Raichu. Because if I remember correctly, the Pokedex entry says that they become that the reason why they are more rotund and now psychic types is because they eat a lot of pancakes.
Well, you want to run that by me again?
They eat a lot of pancakes, which makes them big and fluffy.
I get that bit. It was the reason they're round and psychic is they eat pancakes. There's something no one's telling me?
Oh, it's yeah. It's specifically for Alolan Raichu and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. It loves pancakes prepared with a secret Alolan recipe. Some wonder whether that recipe holds the key to this Pokemon's evolution.
I mean, good for them. Don't get me wrong.
In like the Sun entry, it is like its diet is one of the causes for the change, and in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it's just like it loves pancakes, specifically Alolan pancakes. Fucking eats them up all day. That's why it looks like this.
Yeah, like the explanation for the Diglett and the Doug trio actually has to do with there's this mineral thing, I don't remember what it's called, but basically it ends up looking ends up getting into like a filament structure, and it looks very much like hair, so that's what they're going for with it. So it's like, oh, it's digging around in the sand, and now it's got this silica structure stuck to its head that looks like hair.
Mm.
And now it looks fabulous. But yeah, the pancakes thing is still. I mean, Alola Raichu is just it's a good, solid design in general.
Oh yeah, it is.
But the explanation for why there is a difference is just really funny.
It's Alolan Raichu is one of the regional forms where I'm genuinely like, okay, yeah, this is actually better than the original design, and I'm glad they did this. RagdollWitchy is, like, no, maybe also because, like, I don't think normal Raichu is, like, the best thing ever. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, I think one of the okay, so I will say, especially with the latest gen, they have too many things going on with different forms of old mons. So between the region form and the convergent evolution business and the whatever is going on with the time travel nonsense, there's just too many things going on for why these are the same but not quite. But I do like that they've just kind of gone, hey, some of these old gen Pokemon, the designs aren't great. Let's come up with a reason to just redesign them into something neater looking.
Yeah. I think for me, especially with the Pokemon, especially convergent evolution, I just think, like, why would you, like, make that more complicated? Like, just do the convergent evolutions and call them regional evolutions. You don't need to, like, make it a different thing, you know? Everyone's still gonna look at, like, the convergent, like, Diglett and go, yeah, that's a Diglett, only now it's weird and, sperm.
Long. Well, and it's not even, because with a lot of, with the Alolan, most of the Alolan ones, I think, the types aren't the same, but there's an overlap. But it's not even like they kept that, because if I remember correctly, the region variant for Ponyta is a completely different typeset.
Yeah. I mean, even for, like, the original, like, regional forms, they weren't the same, and, like, you know, they couldn't, because, like, that was the thing, they used to, like, make, Vulpix and Sandslash, like, ice type, which is completely, like, out of the way, and different. So, like,
so even with, like, even when they're first showing up, it's like they're not all the same type as the original thing, so...
Yeah. Like, you can just, like, do that, and, like, that's fine, and, you know, just keep making, like, regional variants a little bit more different. Like, whether regional or convergent, people would have, you know, still thought the tentacle walking on land is very funny. Because it is. Objectively, it's a very funny thing.
They have leggies and they want to use them.
They do a run, and it's very funny.
But also, because, like, that game also that game now has the convergent evolutions, which, like I said, not necessary. But then also, depending on the game, you've got the, like, different what do they call them in general? The basically the, like, future things and past things, but they call them different things because they're not, like, the paradox forms, which I guess aren't actually Pokemon ? Because they've all got weird names.
It's kind of like, it's kind of like the same principle as, like, Ultra Beasts in my thing of, like, but they're also, like, paradox forms are weird because it's always like, yeah, this is obviously, like, this Pokemon, but you made it, like, future or past. But also, you're not gonna acknowledge it for some reason. You're just
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why you don't want to acknowledge this weird Mr. of Us as a Mr. of Us, but, you know, that's on you, I guess. Chris, who's
But
this
also,
This is Victory Bin.
I think
guy? What?
Victory Bin.
Good old Victor.
it's now a steel type. It eats your trash.
Exactly.
Oh my god. I'm just in general trying to see if there's enough Pokemon to make a band with.
Just in general.
I mean, the answer is yes, but the question is, do you want it to be Pokemon where it's like, yes, it makes sense that they're playing this instrument, or do you want Pokemon where it's like, who the heck let this cat on the drums?
I mean both, probably.
I think it's telling that the first thing I thought of, instead of actually like who would play an instrument, was Smeargle as a beat poet.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, arguably, Smeargle already has a job. It's just that their job is to be the artiste.
I mean, in this world, they're just like, painting walls and they're a plasterer. In this world, they're a plasterer.
Yeah, or a failing artist.
Or that. Just
They don't have a patron anymore.
Yeah. Draw a picture of them holding a sign saying emergency commissions or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because, like, I know the fully evolved form of the grass monkey starter. Like, it legitimately has... It has drums.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I am, like, cause my... cause I was led down this path because of Toxtricity, which is one of, the Pokemon from Galar that I really, really like. I am weak to poison Pokemon, okay? This is not a secret. And Toxtricity looks
So you're a
cool.
ghost?
Shut up. Maybe, who knows?
I've now got to check to
I
see if
mean,
they're weak to poison.
if
'cause I
they're
forgot.
weak to poison-type Pokemon, they'd probably be a grass-type, actually.
But yeah, I really love Toxtricity, and Toxtricity's thing is that it's, like, supposed to, like, make music? Question mark? Because it also has, like, a low amp form, or like an amp form or something. Like, it's very much music inspired because of Britain, I guess. I don't know.
We had a history of punk,
Yeah. And then there's the
And then there's the Oasis
Obstagoon,
Pokemon.
which is basically the Obstagoon is basically a singer from Kiss.
Yeah, we can't take credit for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just give the man a microphone,
Oh,
Or
yeah, I was
don't, he
wrong.
might still be loud enough.
Also,
Can we
I
repurpose Vanillite as a microphone?
Yes, I think so.
Vanemic.
But, actually, wait, I could just do that.
I also wanna volunteer Shiinotic as a drug dealer. Because I hate them. I hate them, okay? I hate Shiinotic. Shiinotic can
Oh,
go
God.
die.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
So
Oh,
I'm
no.
volunteering them as a drug dealer.
Yeah, and the
You're
police are
gonna
just
shove
like,
them
we
into a
don't...
back alley.
That doesn't approach you in a dark alley with needles.
I don't think that's a drug. I think that's drugs. I think you just lay under it and you just get high.
Gives you the fucking worst acid trip. I hate Shiinotic with a passion.
So we've decided to shove them out of the way by shoving them into a back alley.
Yes, exactly.
Well, in that case, I want to get Trubbish out of the back alley. What can they do?
Yes.
I mean,
I love rubbish.
the fun thing is they also sort of already have a job. Like,
I know.
and I would argue a very important job. Like they are the bin collectors.
The problem is
Yeah.
like it's
Just put a recycling logo on them.
That's the only difference.
They have a little uniform now, and it just has the recycling logo on.
And just give them a little hat. Now they work with picking up the bins. They work with the victory bin. That or their I don't know if you guys have them there, but here in the US, especially in places where we have long stretches of road with nothing around them, there are actually people where their job is to just sort of walk around along the side of the road and clean up trash.
Mm.
Oh, those are some eyes, Chris.
There's Trubbish.
I love them.
They've seen the kind of things people throw out.
Now, see, also if they work in both trash and recycling, that means this variant has multiple variants because you've got like, okay, this is the Trubbish that picks up the paper. This is the Trubbish that picks up the glassware. This is the Trubbish that picks up plastic type 1. This is the Trubbish that picks up the compostables.
Yeah, and they're
And they're all
constantly
different
like
colors,
they're
slimes.
constantly chatting with each other to swap the things that people have put in the wrong bins. So would there be like
Oh my god. Yes, absolutely. You are correct.
We're dangerously close to Thomas the Tank Engine world now.
Beautiful.
got the paper one? I guess a glass one would still just be a bin. You don't have a glass bin for glass, do you? Just a giant bottle that collects bottles.
Let's see. What would be another fun Pokemon to give a job?
Do you know? Purely because it's a really simple thing, I actually kind of want to make this Trubbish. To get a cardboard box, couple of loo rolls, scribble some eyes on it. Like,
I mean, you are correct, yes.
see, Pokemon, get on this design. Kids will love it. They can make their own.
You can make it at home.
Yeah, we got a little Mimikyu and Magnemite up there helping with the needles.
Oh, you turned its little top into a bobbin.
I didn't see that.
Got a little thread.
Oh, little Fred. Can it spin those? This one can.
I think so, yeah.
It can spool up for you. That's neat. I like them.
It would be very useful. All right, there's now sushi Pokemon.
Well,
Yeah.
sushi Pokemon, eh?
Yeah, Tatsugiri.
Tatsugiri. Oh, they're cute. That's just a little fish on a cloud.
It is. Also, in-game, they get eaten.
What? No, they have wonderful time floating around on clouds.
It's the circle of life, Chris. Someone's gonna eat it.
I mean, I don't think they literally get eaten, but they have a mechanic with Dundozo where they semi get eaten and a Dundozo gains its powers. Or gains like a status boost. And there's like 3 forms of Tatsugiri, and depending on which Tatsugiri Dundozo eats, it becomes a different status boost. I'm not making this up, by the way, this is just Pokemon.
Via Dondozo's signature move, order up. Okay. Oh, they have the 3 forms are the curly form, the droopy form, and the stretchy form. Curly, droopy, and stretchy, my favorite black and white slapstick act. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look. Look at them. We'll ignore what's about to happen to them 5 seconds after this photo is taken, but look at them. No dinner. Look at them. No snack, miss. Only friend. Friend, not food.
I mean, could be both.
Could be both.
No.
What would be another fun thing to give a job? Well, the Rotom also already have jobs. Their job is...
yeah. You know, you can turn them into whatever you want. Just, you know, whatever. I mean, like...
their job is become smart device.
Yeah. Because there is the oven, there's the fan, the lawnmower, the washing machine,
Yeah, and then a fridge.
and a fridge, and then it's also Rotom has become a Pokédex, and Rotom has become a phone. And so just put Rotom in whatever device you want, you know. New Rotom form, waffle iron.
And you know, I think I would trust a Rotom in my fridge more than I would trust getting a smart fridge.
Yeah, probably.
I'm trying to think of the most mundane electrical appliance, like rechargeable battery charger, or
Rotom form coffee machine.
Rotom form, it's your TV.
Like I'm trying to think of something more granular than that, like Switch docking station or something. Like, it's not even the thing that's useful. It's
Rotom form router.
yes, internet Rotom. Rotom karaoke machine.
Rotom karaoke machine. Now with vanilla mic support.
The problem I have with the Rotom oven is why do they call it an oven when you oven the cold food but out hot eat the food?
I was waiting for that.
Dairy.
Here we go again.
Absolutely dairy.
I know the worst thing about that. I've never tried to commit that to memory. I just follow a streamer who says it so much that it's now in my head. That streamer knows how to say it backwards, and I'm not committing that to memory. But these Rotom forms, can they like freely change between them, or do they become obsolete?
I think you can I don't actually know how it works. I've never used Rotom in Battleline.
I like the idea of a landfill of obsolete Rotom.
Rotom. Oh, Rotom changes form by interacting with various appliances using the Rotom catalog item. I think it's something you just have to do before battle, question mark?
Also, it has to be with an item of... Okay.
Yeah. So before a battle starts, you decide which form you need. And then you turn it into that form. And then you use that form, and then later you can change it.
You know, it's never occurred to me that those forms are used in battle. Makes sense, it's Pokemon, you
They're
fight.
common household appliances.
Why would you use a common household appliance in a fight?
I don't know. Apparently the oven is really good.
It's
like
obviously it is, because you oven the cold
I
food.
can sort of see, but like I don't know how a washing machine is supposed to be like menacing.
I don't.
Have you been in one?
None of them are really menacing, except for the lawnmower. The lawnmower freaks me out because of the smile.
The smile.
That's... but that's more its face than really that I fear lawnmowers.
That is terrifying.
It is. I know, right?
They're one step away from a bloody Freddy Krueger incarnation. Oh, I'm confusing that with Lawnmower Man. Excited to cut the grass and your toes.
It's gonna eat your toes.
I mean, this is backed up, it seems. Is that going to play?
Yes. Why did it become so bulbous though? Why did it become so round?
I don't know. That's supposed to play as well. Do that. No. Either way, it's chomping. There we go.
Oh boy. I was looking through the ghost types and
Oh yeah, what the ghost do?
I guess Pokemon decided to do a thing twice, one after another. And they're the same but backwards. So you know how there's the like teacup and tea kettle Pokemon, the Sinistea and the Poltegeist?
Oh yeah, we were talking about the
Apparently they've also done them again, but backwards. So now there is also a Poltegeist and a
Yeah.
Sinistea.
yeah.
Yes. It's region. It's
I don't think so, because the names are spelt different, and also the which one is the Sinister and which one's the Poltergeist is flip-flopped,
Really?
and they have different numbers. So they
and,
decided
like,
to do the same thing
conversions of
again
them.
and have the order. Yeah, so the newer one, the Poltergeist and the Sinistea, are the matcha chai type Pokemon, the like more Asian tea versus
Yeah.
the other
I
one,
know
which
that
are
exists,
British.
but yeah. It is.
Their names are the same. It's just one is tea and one is chai, and they flip flopped which one they used the Sinister pun and which one they used the Poltergeist pun. And
That
I'm
is
mad
weird.
about it.
That is weird. I didn't notice that at first.
Yeah, I also didn't.
That
Also, I
that
guess
one
it's
feels like
a,
it would have
Yes.
been a shoe-in for a variant.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
And then you could also do like, Siniscino and have a coffee one. There could be loads of them. Sorry, Karen, I'm interrupting.
no.
They used the same
Yes.
puns.
You can't keep saying that, Chip.
I
The same
absolutely
thing.
can. Because you weren't interrupted.
Oh, yeah, I did. You tried to say something twice and I butted in and I feel bad.
I was mostly like trying to say like I think to like a conversion evolution, but also it's kind of upsetting now that I think about that. Basically, they did the same thing. Like
It's the same
tea.
two puns. It's they just to switch the order that the puns come in.
Yeah, so
That-
could forgive like the like, especially the tentacle one, because it's like it's different because it's no longer in the ocean in that sense.
Yeah.
So like maybe like that's enough of a difference for it not to be like a regional form, but like it's still tea. You made this a thing. You made regional like forms a thing, and then for like something as obvious as like Western tea versus Eastern tea, you were just like, no, this is different.
And then they used the same pun just in reverse. Lazy.
That's the thing that's annoying me. Is they made variants of the names, but then swapped which name they had. That's just annoying. Hi, Oops, how you doing? I'm now also trying to remember a really stupid idea I just had, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember thinking it was really stupid.
good.
Well, I guess work your way backwards.
Oh, hello. Look at his friends. We got Bishef. And
Bishop.
this little plate friend.
It's a low tad. It's supposed to be a low tad.
Tad!
Whose job is now carrying plates. He just has a little plate head and it will shovel spaghetti directly into your mouth, I guess.
I'm trying to think of a pun with Lotad and waiter. Lota doesn't really work. Lobertad?
Lobertad.
Dutch pun.
I mean, not all of the puns are in English. So.
Yeah, I'm going with Lobertad.
I mean, I guess it also works. That pun, question mark, also works with lumbre, I guess. Just
yeah.
The
what's
weirder
even better?
Pokemons.
Oh, I want to draw this restaurant now. Like one of those drawings you always see online of people who are just really, really good at drawing Pokemon, and they draw whole scenes of things, and it's just like, how do you? I want to do that. I want to do that, but with Pokemon restaurant.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad you're doing good. Yes, we're drawing the Pokémundane, useful Pokemon. Pokemon doing useful things, like being a recycling bin.
You know, useful things like that.
Useful.
I mean, recycling is very important.
Oh, also, I probably should have specified. This stream is a little test stream, to see if my computer is capable of streaming at 60 frames per second, and so far seems to be. So I don't know.
I guess we'll see at the end how many frames survived the experience.
Well, on my end, everything's good, but how Twitch manages what I send it is a different matter. Also, I don't know if people would prefer the source signal to be 30 frames per second, so it's less taxing on the computer to watch it. Because I always usually watch streams at lower quality anyway, but that also means there's a bit of a delay because it needs to be encoded. There's already a Pokemon who has a bunch of keys. Kind of. We have down here. We have Klefki, the locksmith. But they're not a bunch of keys. They just steal keys. That's it. Thanks, Oops. Yes, clown. I remembered.
Oh no.
Blacephalon? That's what I think of when I hear clown. But Blacephalon scares me a little bit. Is this a Gengar or a Haunter?
Yeah, I was trying to think of what ghosts could do, and the very first thing my brain thought of was Haunt a Clown, and I don't know why.
Because it's scary? Because you want people to get trauma of clowns?
Because clowns aren't creepy enough.
No, they have to be literal ghosts now.
Hang on. We can get more ghosts in here.
I like the
Oh, dear.
balloon that kidnaps children.
Gotta remember what they look like. Well, they have a different nose now.
But they still have the same lore of they
Oh,
carry
yeah, they still
children
kidnap children, yeah.
Even more dangerous to go see clowns.
Also, I completely misread what Oops said. Oops said, what's the one people always clown on? And I read that as what's the one people always turn into a clown. Either way, it reminded me of my stupid idea, so thank you.
Good, good.
I mean, people clown on a lot of the Pokemon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Such as Vanillite.
Yes.
There is now a microphone.
Who's now a microphone?
Here to serve and provide and all that. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Chris, this is very scary.
You're
I
welcome.
don't want to drown my children's birthday party.
You don't get a choice.
Good. I mean, that's
That
what
makes
I
it worse.
expected.
Sorry, this was supposed to be mundane and I've drawn a haunted clown.
That also very mundane.
It is October.
Diz?
Listen, it's Pokemon Mundane / Pokemon Career. This hunter has a career. It's not going well, but they have a career.
They were top of their class at clown school. It's just that whenever they try to apply what they've learned, people just run in terror for some reason.
That's
know the
not their
theory.
fault.
They're just
They're
very
very
enthusiastic.
technically skilled.
Yeah, they want to do a good job. They just happen to be terrifying.
Yeah.
Like most clowns.
Like most clans.
See,
Is
fun
there a scissor Pokemon?
Sizzle?
Is there a Pokemon that's a scissor?
Sizzle.
Not one that's
Kind of.
straight up scissors, but you know, there's lots of Pokemon that are sharp.
I just wanted to be sure before I draw a lobster Pokemon and use it as a scissor. If there is just a scissor.
You could take Clawitzer and Claw Scissor.
I mean, Scyther and Scizor have, well, Scyther has blade arms. And Scizor's, they've now turned into, like, clampy bits.
Yeah, it's more clamper than Scissor.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely turn Clawitzer into, like, having a massive pair of scissors. I think that would fit.
Like the hit game series Clock Tower. With its villain, Scissor Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first thought I had when looking at that image was like, huh, that would actually be a fun design for a pair of fabric shears.
See? It works!
Just slide it down the fabric, just like.
All I think when I see that is of the Elite Four guy in my Ghost Run, who just gave it Shadow Ball and just one-shot every member of my party. And he's like, Pokemon fighting is an art. That's not art,
Shadow
mate.
Ball, Shadow Ball,
Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball.
And the
art
art here
of
is
Shadow Ball.
the art of use the super effective move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More weight stuff. Yeah.
I'm just imagining that like the tables in this place must be either very low or you are expected to just reach down and grab your own plate as the Lotad waiter just shuffles by.
Yeah, probably.
You just pick up the
It's
Lotad.
just-
Like the tables are sitting on where you have to bend all the way over.
You cannot pick up the Lotad. Not
Either one
allowed
is
to
a very funny
manhandle
mental
the
image.
staff. Yeah. Also, I don't know whether the plates is like part of the body or not.
Well, I mean, you've got like the serving trays that they put the individual plates on.
Yeah.
So it's like it's probably like a serving tray thing that's like heat resistant, so the Lotad doesn't get like overheated by carrying around people's like fajita plates or whatnot.
I mean, that or the Lotad is just your plates. Like, it just jumps onto the table and just sits down, and that's how you eat.
And then when you're done, it picks itself up and goes over to the washroom, goes to take a shower.
Just cleans itself up. I mean, presumably gets hosed down by another Pokemon, but yeah.
Well, I mean, they're water types, so it might just get hosed down by another Lotad.
Yeah. If it is still a water type in this form, then yeah, we'll just get. There's just the Ludicolo in the washroom constantly doing rain dance. Just these Lotas like scuttle through it.
That's
Also,
a really funny mental image. Like, imagine going into work and it's just raining inside the kitchen.
That's just what the kitchen. I mean, I guess that's why they have a dedicated washroom. You don't want the meals getting soggy. Also, with your like little stack of Pokemon that would help during sewing and knitting and stuff, I also wanna give Tarantula as a suggestion. Because I can definitely imagine Tarantula as like a little ball of yarn. just walking around.
And Tangela too.
Yes, Tangela. Very big yarn. If you leave too
Now-
much yarn just rolling, the Tangela yarn rolling around, it will get into a clump instead, to a tang growth.
That's how it
Just
evolves.
yeah. Whoops, too much yarn. Now I have a tang growth in my home, I guess.
Oh god, that's how you know that your yarn stash has gotten too big.
Absolutely.
Oh, so not yet. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, no. You're still fine, you don't have a tang growth in your home yet.
I'm a fan of the concept of a yarn stash.
A yarn mustache.
Yeah. Just knit yourself a big old moustache.
Can I say
Well,
I
it's not-
love Clownter and Drift Bobo?
I was rather struggling with that one.
It's very funny though.
Drift bubble.
I was trying to think. There's like clown names. There's a lot of B's in clown names, but I couldn't find anything that sort of. My first mental attempt was like Drift Blingo Blongo. Didn't.
Drift Bobo.
I like how the
once
Trubbish doesn't. I like how the Trubbish doesn't have a new name. It's just this is Trubbish. They now have a slightly different job.
Trubbish.
It's still Trubbish. They
still
just
Trubbish.
gotta.
I mean, no need to recycle the name. They're not recycled.
Ah. Adam. Hang on, I can do that.
What's
It
this
doesn't.
butterfly?
Whatever it wants to be.
Quite the opposite. It's a job. You don't get to choose these
Oh, no.
things.
Right. So what's its job?
Oh wow, the new spiders are very spidery.
Oh no.
Because I mean, some of the previous spider-shaped Pokemon are like not quite that buggy.
Yeah,
So like
Tarantula's
Joltik
pretty
is
bug.
very bug. Although hilariously enough, the very first two, Spinarak and Ariados, are very, very, very spider-shaped, but also don't have enough legs.
No.
Yeah.
Little insect friends.
And it looks like that's been continued, where like these two are also very spider-shaped, but also don't have enough legs.
I mean, I think it works because if you put more legs on that, it just get too cluttered. But yeah, it is very funny that the most spider ones are just like, nope, not enough legs. Technically not a spider.
Hey God, I have a critique on your design of spiders. Too many legs, too much clutter.
Yeah.
So it's technically, if it's technically not a spider, it's technically not scary.
Yeah,
right.
I think Miss would disagree with that. I don't think Miss would like Spinarak and Ariados. Or Tarantula for that matter. Or Galvantula? Yes, Galvantula. Evolution
Yeah,
of
Joltik might get a pass though, if only because it's got little stubby legs.
Joltik's got
I-
four legs and is fluffy. They're good.
I
They're
tested it out, and Joltik sometimes gets a pass, and sometimes not. Because I was posting GIFs of Joltik when Miss was in chat once, and Miss gave feedback. I think the thing was that Miss didn't like it when Joltik jumped. Like the jumping was like a big no.
I could see that.
But they did. Yeah, she did think it was very cute how small it is.
It was small and fluffy.
He's. But,
Yeah,
The
so
little
it's-
guy.
So yeah, the only thing about my Butterfree is that they're used for advertising space.
God, this poor Butterfree.
There's posters stuck on its wings.
Hmm.
See, now I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of that, because it's like,
I missed.
Return to Clownter.
Clownter and Drift Bobo.
Don't forget about Drift Bobo.
The best named Pokemon.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, we've now got Lotad, who's now a Serpent Plate.
Hey, look at them. I love the little wiggly legs.
I believe they do skitter just because they have like 6
Yeah.
legs, so they do like a
Yeah, it's like, I don't know why they have 6 legs, is the thing.
No, and I don't think a lot of people realize they have 6 legs.
What do you mean why they have 6? Some things just have 6 legs. It's fine.
Yeah, but its 2 evolutions have just have 4 limbs, not 6. So it's like,
Put points at Machamp.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't find a good picture of them skittering, but there is, or a good gif of them skittering, but there
Then
is
you got
one of Lotad hiding.
Aww.
Just chilling.
I'm
you
just
know?
chilling in the breeze.
no thoughts, head empty.
0 thoughts in Lotad's head. Lotad has never had a single thought.
No, bless him.
They're just hanging out.
Just chilling.
As they precariously sit in tree branches.
Friends also been playing with the idea of Sableye in like a jewelry store. The little tux on.
Oh yeah. Sableye jeweler.
That's dangerous.
I mean, you're not allowed to buy anything from them, but you know, get a look.
They will happily refit the jewel that popped out of your ring. That's no problem. You won't get it back. But
But they'll refit it.
they're not voodoo. They're a pincushion, miss.
They're being helpful.
So bless
It and the
you.
magnetite
Bless
are
you.
helping keep track of your sewing supplies.
Yeah, it's got all the thread around
Yeah.
the things. They're
They're
helping
being
us.
very helpful.
Mimicushion. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I like the idea that it's still just a Mimikyu. It's just that,
This is not original form.
yeah, not a regional form. It's just a Mimikyu that's decided, hey, I'm gonna have a job now.
Very
Yeah,
fair.
They're just owned by somebody who does a lot of sewing. fine.
Mm-hmm. And they're very happy.
But a free ad space, but they're but a fee. It's not free.
Also, I gotta say, I do find it very funny that Tangela's just got like boots.
He's got boots.
I just those little red shoes.
Got little booties.
Little booties.
Yeah. Stole them from the child Drift Bobo kidnapped.
I mean, we did say that the lore for Drift Bobo doesn't change.
Yeah, that's
Still
exactly the
kidnapping
same.
children.
Same lore, they just look different.
Just look different.
This is their disguise. They're on the run from the law.
They've decided to try and use a different approach.
Yeah. Flounder doesn't know his colleague is Wantas.
Yeah. Clownter just wants to make people happy. No idea.
Yeah. Flounder went to clown college, okay?
Flounder is a professional.
Exactly.
And they were
Where
really
they
enthusiastic.
evolved.
The only way I'm going to be able to make the Tangela yarn ball work is if I use many different colors.
Yes. You're correct. I'm glad we landed on Tangela equals yarn ball. Because I've just been like scrolling through the entire Pokédex like this entire time, and my brain every time it sees Tangela is just like, what if it's spaghetti? And that doesn't really work. That's not a job. Spaghetti is not a job.
No.
According to you.
I was thinking like, what job would a tangler be good at? And I'm thinking like, untangling things, and that just made me think of a tangler that isn't tangled. They just have like really long straight hair. Now I want to draw that. And their job is to just, hey, you got a knot? They'll sort it out.
Mm-hmm.
And they got their scout badge and everything.
Also, my brain went on a silly tangent for Scolipede, where I was like, I want Scolipede to have a job, because I like Scolipede. I don't have any other excuses. And then my brain was remembered that, like, back in the day at like our what's it called? Like a fair, like a with like little rides and stuff. Is that called a fair? I don't know what it's in English. This is a great tangent. And like, you go there to play games and like, fair? Translate, help.
Play
I mean,
games?
there are games that they have at fairs,
Carnival?
so that could be
It
right.
gives me fair. A fun fair?
Oh, fun fair. Okay, yeah.
And at our fun fair, like when I was a child, there was this little ride, like a little mini like roller coaster that they set up that was like shaped like a caterpillar, and now it just one Golipede to ride around like a little track with children on its back. That's where the tangent was going.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you were just going to go straight to chiropractor.
Scolipede would make a good chiropractor.
Just running up and down your back.
That could probably also work.
With children riding on it. It doubles.
The track is people with back issues. I mean, I don't think I want a Scolipede riding on my back. I don't know how heavy a Scolipede is, but I think it'd weigh a fair amount, and I think I'd probably die.
No, they know what they're doing.
I mean, do they?
They're professionals. Nobody who's survived their procedure has sued them.
A Scolipede is 200.5 kilograms.
That's fine.
No, I think I'd die. So I love this straight hair Tangela. It's really cute. Like a little mop.
Yeah, no, that's the job. They're a mop.
They just got like put into the bucket with water and taken out, and now they have to run around the floor.
The squeaky shoes.
Tippy tappy, tippy tappy, tippy tappy.
This regional Tangela is water type.
God, instead of a Roomba, you've got a mop that's going around.
Tanglumba.
Tanglumba. They're just here to mop your floors. They're great at it.
They are not here to dry your floors. Be careful.
No. They also don't have arms to put up a sign, so, you know, someone else will have to do that.
Be doubly careful.
Butterfee will do it, but it'll cost you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who would be a wet floor sign.
Well, I just crawled past Spiritomb, and I think it would work.
Yeah.
A little spirit sign just says the floors are wet.
I'm actually trying to think if there's any Pokemon that's got a sign.
mean, I don't think just like straight up like that as a sign.
I mean, I know Gimme Goal's got a huge coin.
Yeah.
Before it turns into a string cheese.
Yep. Also, Chingling can have a job as just a pet color for her cat's Pokemon. You have a cat's Pokemon, you're gonna have to get a Chingling as well. I'm sorry.
Fair.
Just how it works.
Yeah, miss, have a good time. Thanks for chit-chatting.
Have a good time, miss.
God, I think I forgot how many fighting types are literally just like, this is a human man.
Pretty much. Problem is,
I
it's
mean, there's
kind
also
of...
just a bunch where I'm just like looking at for the fighting types of like, I want to see like a cute little boxing match between these two. Especially, it's Crabrawler, I think, and like Clobbopus. Clobbopus is really cute. I think it's Clobbopus.
Yeah,
like
they are pretty cute.
They have no idea what's going on in this world.
Ah, they know nothing but to bonk. They go bonk. And it makes little squeaky noise when it happens.
And just one club was like have little boxing matches. Neither of them like club piss versus club piss, and neither of them gets hurt. It's just a lot of like little squeezing, little like squeaks. They like plop each other.
Clobbopus gets a job as a clown nose.
They do sound effects behind the screen when there's like someone with like squeaky shoes or something. They just like pop pop pop.
They do Foley work, very specific Foley work.
Is that a parsnip with a fabulous haircut on Butterfree?
What are the signs you put on Butterfree? I'm gonna zoom in on that now.
Just general advertisements.
I mean, one is like a McDonald's type of thing. One is a car.
One just says sale.
Sale for what? Who knows? It's sale.
It's for sale.
The important part.
Also the 50% off.
Yeah.
And then there's this thing on the bottom right, which is just loopy business. But I could see someone looking at that zoomed out and going, "Is that your parsnip just looking emo and fancy?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Is it a parsnip with a fancy haircut?
It was supposed to be just like a hair thing. It was not meant to be a parsnip, but I'll take parsnip. Why not? It does actually look like it's the Tangler I've drawn a little bit.
Also a little bit. Yeah.
Also, I like how everyone has been sketched in darker except for the Litwick in working as a street lamp.
Yeah, that was just because it was, a follow-on from what Jeep said.
It's a
Was
cute
it cheap?
concept.
Yeah, it's just really funny though to see them faded out in the distance. Where it's like,
They're in the background.
I like that the Ludwig is just reading a book.
Yeah, well, what else are they gonna do in there?
I mean, you gotta do. They've got like an 8-hour shift. You gotta do something.
Yeah, read a book by candlelight.
Like, never
Is it possible for them not to?
read a book.
Mm.
Yeah, Untangler is really cute.
Untangler, yes.
Untangler.
That's better than my first idea, which was how can we what's like straight and tangler? Strangler. Wait, no, hang on.
No, that's a horror tangler.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with those shortenings, otherwise you end up with something unfortunate.
Always the worst portmanteaus. Oh yeah, that was it. Sorry, for some reason, in the back of my mind, I've been hearing the word portmanteau and thinking, isn't there a fact about the word portmanteau that's like coincidental? And it can't be that portmanteau is a portmanteau, because it isn't. But it's something like that. I've been trying to work out, what was it? There's a fact like that. And I remembered. Is that the use of the word portmanteau to mean combining words together was coined by Lewis Carroll. Previously, it was just the name of a suitcase or something that sort of folded up into two, or from two into one. But yeah, he invented the word to describe words that are just two words stuck together, and he invented that word to describe another word he invented, which was chortle, which is a chuckle and a snort. So I just like the fact that he invented a word and then invented another word to describe that word.
Except he didn't so much invent the word as just repurpose the word from another use.
Yeah. He invented a definition of a pre-existing word. So these two things that fold up into one, like this suitcase.
And that is the definition that pops up with the Wikipedia article. If you look up portmanteau, it just brings up the luggage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, my drawing juices are done for today. I'm hungry.
Oh, there's good noodles. a little hand on the clothes.
Take,
Snip.
Just run it along the side and it goes like shh.
Yeah, shh.
Smooth cut.
Very satisfying. I'm still trying to think of the band thing.
Yeah.
There's the whatever you're
I
doing.
mean,
like
as far as like this doesn't feel appropriate for this, I'm just imagining like a skitty hitting drums with its tail.
like an apom.
Oh yeah, Apom would probably be good for a band.
A skitty hitting drums sounds like a 60s euphemism.
I think kind of like a noir
Yeah, they've
thing.
got that.
A voice sounded
they've
like a
got those-
skitty hitting drums.
Although the fun thing is, I think skitty tails are supposed to look sort of like cat toys. So it's a cat with an attached cat toy.
My cats play with their tails enough. They don't need more encouragement.
But what if
But what if? Sorry, the other idea I had was the Simi Monkeys. As a band.
I know monkeys.
And you might think the reason I thought that was because hey, we're the monkeys. But no, it was my first thought was so they have something to do.
So rude.
It's very rude.
I mean, you're correct, but also so rude.
Are they a useless Pokemon?
They're Pokemon that have like a neat concept behind them, but like aren't useful enough for anyone to go like, yes, I like them.
Yeah, no one really. There was recently a huge like survey. I say recently, it's probably a few years ago, but there was a huge survey of like, here are all of the Pokemon. Pick your favorites, and one of those was the least voted for, and widely reported as the least favorite Pokemon. But it's more accurate to say the one that people just forgot about. So
the one thing they are useful for. So there's 3 monkeys. They're each a 2 stage. So like with the fire, and they're elemental. So you've got a fire monkey, a water monkey, and a grass monkey. And it's the basic idea is the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil thing. The main thing they are useful for is you can find their first stages fairly early on, and it's easy access to type coverage for your 3 elements. Unfortunately, they evolve via stone. So you need a fire stone, a water stone, and or a leaf stone to evolve them.
Yeah, it's like you, at least in like the first Black and White, I think you get them before the first gym, which is supposed to have like this thing of like they'll pick the starter that's like the gym has a thing of like it will pick whatever type is good against your starter. To battle against you, and like the monkeys are supposed to like give you like a chance of like, here, with this one you can just win. But also they're not that great, and also they don't get like useful moves for their type until like fairly late, I think.
Yeah, I think the fire
like,
type
Pokemon
Pokemon
be over leveled for the gym for them to have like a move of their type or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember what levels it is, but I do know that the fire type only learns like 3 fire moves altogether.
Yeah, so they're not great, and also people don't really like their designs all that much, especially Simisear.
And also, if I remember correctly, because this has been a thing for generations, and I think it's sort of stupid. For most Pokemon, except for the Eevee line, if you evolve them with a stone, they stop learning moves.
Yeah.
And I think that's true with these monkeys as well. So it's like your option is to either keep it as a tiny monkey for a very long time to get all of its potential useful moves, or just find something else more useful. So like, yeah, they're not great. Also, the designs of their evolutions are kind of bad. The pre-evolutions are better.
Pre-evolutions are cute. I like the little monkeys, but yeah.
I like the green broccoli monkey.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
one's
a
kind of
broccoli.
cool. I mean, the first one is even more of a broccoli. The first one, like the baby form of that, is just broccoli.
It's just broccoli.
It's just broccoli.
I like the one with the closed eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's early access to some sort of typing, but they very quickly become this isn't useful anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Alakazam has the way to bring you your.
They're in charge of the
Sorry.
cutlery.
They can bend it and
Oh.
unbend it, depending on what's needed.
That's very useful. It's cutlery made just for you and your hand.
Ah, they make it ergonomic.
Yeah. I was immediately thinking disability, like accessibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I really love this restaurant. What was that little one with the spaghetti on his head called?
Low Tad.
It's just
Low
it tickles my heart.
I would definitely attend a restaurant with those little things scuttling around.
Yes. No dogs though. It's dog level.
Mm-hmm. No,
I mean,
you
it's
can't bring a dog
Pokemon.
in there.
It's Pokemon. You probably could bring your dog into the restaurant.
Depends on whether they're gonna fight the waiting staff.
It depends what job they
True.
have.
Only service dogs are taught not to get distracted by food.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Who would
Snoop
be
level.
Who would be the best service dog in Pokemon? Because an Arcanine's a bit much.
Like the Lillipup line, I guess.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Herdier.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, depending on what you needed to do, herdier may not be a good idea because herding animals will herd you around.
Have you seen Herdier though?
Uh,
Like that's the face of a serious dog. It knows what it's doing.
yeah, Herdier absolutely knows what it's doing. Also, in the Alola games, you can ride around on Stoutland. It just does a little trot as you ride on it, and it finds items for you.
Yeah, they're big.
They're big little dogs,
Big
and you can
dog.
ride them.
Big pop.
Um,
I mean, I know Snubble and Granbull are known for being like really sweet-tempered, even though they look mean.
mhm.
So, depending on what you want them for, having a Snubble as a like emotional support animal would work fairly well, if only because it also fits in your purse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I knew it was the bulldog one. Oh.
Yeah.
Also, it's a fairy type, so if anyone comes up to you with their big-ass dragon, they're going to be having a bad time.
Guess also the new.
it's
Oh,
fun.
I mean, I don't know if they've been great as service dogs, but like Yamper. Yamper and Bolton.
Is that the one with the
I
horrible
mean, Yamper especially.
colour scheme?
I think Yamper is
Yes.
the one. Yeah.
I hate it.
Oh.
It's a cute dog with the worst colours. They're all the same value. Have some contrast.
I guess also the new little pastry dogs.
Oh, they're cute.
Those probably would make good service dogs.
Not ideal to leave like unattended in a restaurant.
No.
I mean, I don't know. Depending on how your argument here, they could be very good service dogs for if you're diabetic.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can eat them, but maybe.
I was thinking like, not very good service dogs if they constantly remind you of what you can't eat. And then I thought, wait, did you mean you were supposed to eat them? And then no.
Well, it might be one of those things of like, I love this little friend, and they look like this food. I wouldn't want to eat that. And thus it helps you not want to eat the food, because
Yeah.
why would you eat your friend?
I think
But
most
also,
of the
if you're
other
having a blood
dogs are
sugar
dog
crash,
type.
just nibble your dog.
I think all of the other dog Pokemon are dark type, and I generally think dark types don't make the best service animals. Even though I really like, like Houndour and such.
Well, I mean, Absol is known, like, its thing is it's like, oh, it gives you a warning if there's going to be danger, so, like...
I mean,
Oh, that's
yeah. Let me read, I don't think Houndour would make a good service dog.
Well, our regional variant of.
Our regional variant, Houndour and Houndoom, will make great service dogs. Also, I just clicked on Houndoom and got the lovely Pokédex entry of, if you are burned by the flames it shoots from its mouth, the pain will never go away.
Classic
Which
Pokemon.
is awful.
Speaking of awful, I love Snubbull, but what the heck is Granbull?
Yeah.
Bigger Bulldog?
I don't like it.
No.
It's a bit grumpy.
Oh... That... So our bred dog, the evolved form Dashbun, has a special ability unique to itself called Well-Baked Body. When it's hit by a fire move, its defense increases by 2 stage, and that fire move has no effect on that Pokemon that turn. So it's immune to fire attacks, and whenever you hit it with a fire attack, its defense gets boosted.
So is the logic that the defense is that it's going to get cooked?
I guess.
I think so, considering that between the two of them, between the 2 stages, Fido looks like unbaked dough, and Dashbund is now all brown.
Oh, that's great.
In order to evolve it, you need an oven.
You need to set your oven too.
You need to oven the cold Fido.
Here we go again.
And of out hot eat the whatever the other one's called.
You need your Rotom oven first.
Oh, they're a painter.
Right, go back to
I
the.
wouldn't go blip when painting with a roller.
They go blip. It's their thing.
So long as they don't try to eat the paint.
They're gonna get a tongue of many colors.
Now the question is, if you're doing a painting job, you need to have a different Smeargle for each color. Or do you just need to give them enough break time to switch colors?
I think the latter. It's based on union contracts.
I keep making yellow noodles all over when I'm zooming.
Yeah,
Sometimes
always...
you gotta make yellow noodles, okay?
I'm certainly not going to complain at the presence of yellow noodles. Particularly given that I had some for dinner tonight.
Noodles good.
Noodles be goodles.
Noodles
It's
be
good
good.
enough noodles. Oh, it kind of looks like a dog now.
I think it's supposed to be a dog thing, right? Like a beagle, but
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a beagle that smears around paint.
With the markings, I thought it would be a salamander.
Mm. Mhm.
What was its Pokemon name?
Smeargle.
Smeargle.
Yogo.
It's a little artiste.
Also, it
These
learns
things.
literally only one move. But that move can become any move.
Thus making it very situational.
Mhm.
Yeah, it learns Sketch over and over, like every 10 levels or so. But if you use Sketch on a opponent Pokemon, Sketch will then permanently become whatever move that Pokemon uses. So you can
looks-
use it to pass along moves through breeding of all sorts.
Mhm.
Also, what is the thing on its head? Is it hair?
A beret.
I get that,
Well,
but
okay,
Yeah.
well, the shape is a beret.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's like one of those, hair hats, like in JoJo.
Okay, right, good. Because I
Alright.
kind of saw it as a growth, and I'm like,
It's doing a
It's
JoJo.
so different from every other dog kind of Pokemon.
yeah. This was when they were starting to sort of branch out into more sort of cartoony interpretations of animals rather than Gen 1, which was here's a pigeon. Or a sparrow, I guess more accurately.
I mean, here's a pigeon is pitiful.
Yeah, that happened later.
That happened later. That was not Gen 1.
But okay, here's a sparrow. Funnily enough, not Spearow, because Pidgey is basically a sparrow. It's very confusing. But also, like... I'm trying to think of any other Pokemon in Gen 1 that's just an animal. You got like
Ekans.
Ponyta, Ekans.
God, why can I not think of like any Gen 1 Pokemon that look like animals right now? Meowth.
Venomoth.
Meowth, yeah. Venomoth.
Tauros? Is Tauros Gen 1? Yeah, Tauros
yeah.
is Gen 1, and then Stantler is Gen 2.
The whole like Caterpie sort of thing, because the Caterpie is a literal caterpillar. There is one that looks like that.
And the Weedle line as well.
Yeah.
Metapod vests also.
Yeah.
Metapod could be hired as a sleeping bag.
Yeah, Vulpix is like a little fox. Ninetales. I mean, they are
They're a bit
also like
cartoony,
based
yeah.
on like the nine-tailed fox and stuff, like Kitsune.
Because it's only capable of learning Sketch by leveling up and being unable to learn any TM or HM moves, Smeargle has both the smallest and largest move pool out of any Pokemon.
Yeah.
Love me an outlier. Particularly a double
I like how it's an
outlier.
outlier in both directions.
Yeah.
Because, like, on paper, it literally only learns one move. But in practice, it can learn literally any move.
Mm-hmm.
I like them, they're cute.
Yeah. Also, I don't like them.
Oh.
But that's because, specifically in the Pokemon Sun and Moon games, one of the earlier battles, it's against a trainer that has a Smeargle that you have to battle. Like, this is a, like, part of, like, the story. You have to battle this trainer. And their Smeargle is so fucking strong and annoying because you're like level 12.
Oh dear.
You can't do anything about it. You just have to deal with the Smeargle. You have nothing yet that can like do super effective damage against the Smeargle. It's... I hate it. I struggle with that battle every single time I play this game.
That's fair.
And you can't really grind either because it's like in like an area, so like everything you can go up against is like level 5. Because it's like a beginning area, or it's like level 7 or something like that. So and also uses a potion at one point. So annoying.
You know this fight inside out.
I think the last time I played Sun and Moon, I had to try that battle 4 times or something like that. Because I couldn't get past it. So yeah, I know it very well. It's really annoying. It has some really annoying moves.
That's fair.
Oh yes, and that's the thing that's annoying with it, because it can learn literally everything.
Mm.
Oh
Although,
yeah,
funnily
no,
enough, there are a couple of moves that don't work when it uses them.
that's specifically the thing. The Smeargle has like a move that is super effective against the starter you chose. That's why it's annoying.
Also, yes, I was correct. Haha. So I've been thinking about crochet and how to crochet things and what shapes are easy to crochet and what aren't. And I was looking at Smeargle and I was like, I bet that's easy to crochet. Just looking at the shape. Well, not easy, there's lots of bits, but the individual bits themselves feel like they're sort of suited to crochet. And yes, I found one online. Somebody has made a good...
yeah, there's a bunch of
That's
different
not
Pokemon
a
patterns
picture.
for crochet and knit stuff. I actually crocheted a Porygon for a friend of mine.
Also, I clicked on the link and it just brought me to a page that said bad request.
No, crochet Smeargle's a good request.
Also, Porygon, isn't that the worst possible shape to crochet?
I was gonna say,
Hmm.
like, Porygon.
I mean, it's not like sharp, but
if you want Porygon 2, absolutely. Porygon. If you wanted me to make Porygon, I would think about woodwork.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's not like sharp edges. It's definitely more rounded, but it is very identifiable as a Porygon.
I'm very intrigued.
Now,
as to how you
granted, I
managed
made a
that.
shiny version, so the colors are inverted. So
That's still.
Mhm.
I have much to learn if that's possible. Wouldn't even know how to begin. Then again, I'm still getting my head
Yeah.
around spheres, so.
you just have to be very careful when you get to corners.
And how do you make a corner sharp?
Badly.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm trying to get my head
Wait, is
around
that Kermit?
Kermit? What?
Sorry. I was just zooming around the canvas and I just found Kermit.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah. I was very excited about the little cat.
Getting hurt.
Ah. Yeah, I'm trying to get my head around the topology of crochet and what's easy to do, what's not easy to do.
Mhm.
And I, because I was recently given a box of wool from my mum who tried crochet a while ago, bought a load of stuff and then never continued. Guess where I get it from. But in there is a lot of green. And so my first thought is, Flynn. Make a lot of little Flynns for friends.
Oh,
Because they're a blob.
yes. They can be whatever they wanna be.
Exactly. I can't do Flynn
Okay.
wrong.
It's always Flynn. It does mean you have to make little hats.
Yes, that is the the difficult bit. Do I have orange? They can have whatever hat. It's fine.
They can have different colored hats. I'm sure they have like an entire closet full of hats.
They're all the same color. They do it in the October Noir, which is still in my head, and I should probably actually try and make something to do with it. They do have a little flat cap in that.
Oh.
So.
We was a little bit hoping for a top hat, but yeah.
I'm sure they can get a top hat at some point. They like hats.
I mean, I think... Have they ever worn any other clothes?
No, they keep dissolving.
Yeah. And somehow the hats are always fine.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
No, they just get through hats really quickly.
That's why they have so
That's why
many.
Exactly.
They buy in bulk.
They're smart. Planning ahead.
Mm.
Are we all doodled out for the day?
I'm doing that.
I stopped
Yeah, I think we're
the
starting to
paper
peter out
roll.
here.
Well, righto. Whoever Peter is, we're gonna...
Shut up.
Exactly, we're gonna shut up. Thank you for doodling. This was fun. This was nice.
Yes.
Good time doodling pokes and chattins and such.
Silly times with friends.
Now I'm gonna go away and
Coming up
draw
with
Flynn
the-
in various hats.
Yay.
Along with all of the other things that you're drawing this month.
Yeah, so many.
I don't have time to do random doodles.
Next month.
No, next month I'm not drawing
Flynn
anything.
every day.
I have a
Yeah,
list of
probably.
things that don't involve drawing that I'm gonna do next month.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is collapse.
Nice.
Good.
Bye. The stream will be back
Bye.
on Tuesday.
With more random Indian man.
Yes, more imagined Indian man. This Sherlock Holmes.
More surprise racism. Yay!
Yay!
Yay. And also surprise other issues because we're in the Victorian era and things
Apparently.
like that.
Yes, Chief and Miss have seen ahead in reviews and assure me that there are things to be not excited for.
There's
Oh no.
just one particular area that I'm like already looking at. I'm like, that's not gonna be handleable.
I just wanted a silly spooky game. Why do I keep picking these ones?
Like just based on like everything so far and just like general knowledge on like Victorian time. Like, oh no.
Oh dear. Well, we'll see.
Also,
on
I mean, the
Tuesday.
tough thing is, like, this game was not made during the Victorian time, so, like, this
No.
was a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could have chosen not to, and yet here we are.
Here we are indeed. Hopefully the remake's better, but we don't have that, so... And I'm not starting again. But yee! So we'll be back for that. Maybe there'll be a morning stream on Tuesday. Hopefully I'll feel a little bit better. I'm getting... my face is less... I mean, I have literally just run out of all tissues
Your
and
face is
things.
less.
My face is less. My face is just generally less, which, given how low it was to begin with, is pretty surprising. But yeah, hopefully there'll be some morning streams we can get on with some October stuff and actually get me to focus on them. Because the next I have sketched out the next one of my characters, which is Jethro, and I think that'll be an interesting one to work on stream. On stream, because I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to render it.
Yeah.
I keep
That's
looking at the
wonderful.
references and go like, what is? I don't even know what this is. What materials did
That's
you
all.
use to make this? I don't know. I blame Bear.
I mean, I will point out, Chris, that you're the one who picks the styles that you put in your list of styles to pick from.
It looked pretty. Anyway.
And now it's going to be pretty difficult.
It's, yeah. Well, it's fine.
It will
yeah.
be fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah, so that's that. And then on Wednesday, more problematic Victoriana. Saturday, Spooks and War Tales, and Sunday, whatever we're gonna doodle. Because we haven't planned anything for next week. But I should make a spreadsheet of all of the ideas that we have for these streams so that we can look at them and go, oh, we haven't done that for a while, or whatever.
We can pin them to a dartboard and throw darts at them.
Well, if the holes in one of my walls is anything to go by, we won't be picking anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of bad at darts. So.
I'm really bad at darts. The rest of my
And
family are really good.
coordination's
I'm
not a
crap. But yeah, that'll be all. Thank you, Chibs and Christas and the Ragdolls.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you, Louison, for your lovely music, which we will leave you on.
And
Goodbye,
goodbye.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.